welcome to Consultant's Corner. I'm Rebecca Brizi. This is my corner. I am a consultant. Some of you may know about this common thread through my favorite entertainment, which is Sylvester Stallone. The entire Rocky franchise, the entire Expendables franchise, Tulsa King. But let us not also forget the highly mediocre 80s movie Over the Top, in which Sylvester Stallone plays a truck-driving arm wrestler out to win a truck and prove his worth as a father. But most importantly, in which he has a whole quote about the idea of losing like a winner. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but if you lose like a winner, you're still doing it right. And that is true not just in arm wrestling, it is extremely true, maybe even more so in business. Because in business, this dichotomy of winning and losing, success and failure, is not actually that straightforward. Over the entirety of a project or even a task, there can be a lot of elements of success and elements of failure living alongside one another. And it's still important for us to recognize those elements of success, just as it's important to know how to isolate those elements of failure so that when you're fixing problems, you're only fixing the actual problems. The point is that there's a lot that goes into our efforts, our projects, our tasks, our work, our jobs. It's not just this one action or this one thing or this single moment in time. There are a lot of actions, there are a lot of moments in time, and there are a lot of different things that we do. We then look at the outcome of any project or effort and determine whether that outcome is a success or failure. And too often we have a tendency to use that one thing to then paint the picture across the whole of that project or effort. And so if it's a success, we say, perfect, we did everything perfectly, let's do it again that way next time. If it's a failure, we say, well, that didn't work, scrap the whole thing, let's start over. So much more important is to focus that introspection and focus that analysis on the things that you controlled. You can take credit for everything that you controlled, and you will have to take responsibility for everything that you controlled. Even when the outcome isn't what you hoped or expected, you can still look back and say, but what did I do? What was my effort? Was I doing the right things for the right reasons? But no single factor within that should determine overall whether what you do is successful or a failure. All of these elements together need to be considered, and you can look at that entirety and say, some things were successful, some things were not. So that even if the final outcome is not successful, you may have, so to speak, lost, but you've still lost like a winner. Success is not only about outcomes. Success is about good work. It's about progress through something. It's about improvement. Success is about working on what you can control, knowing why you're doing a certain thing. So when you look back at your work, look at what you did control. Celebrate those successes. And where you made a mistake, acknowledge it and learn that lesson to do better next time. When you lose like a winner. Here's that full quote from the film. Go in there and try, and I know you can win. But even if you don't, so what? So you lose. As long as you lose like a winner, it doesn't matter, because you did it with dignity. If you don't go in there, you're going to be sorry. And if you don't come back here next week for our next video, you also will be sorry and so sad to miss whatever it is that we're talking about then. Celebrate your successes throughout the following week and then come back next week and use the comment section to let me know what they were. And I'll see you back here with our next video. Bye now.